Hello YouTube, this is the bald man building the airplane. Building an airplane? The bald man building an airplane. Yes, that's me. Today's video is Wingtips number 6, and there's some fiberglass work to be done. Really? Fiberglass on the wingtips? Never would have guessed. I'm still looking back at this. I think I said it back on video number 3 or 4 of the wingtips, as I probably should have sanded that wingtip a bit better before I put the micro balloons and epoxy mixture on there. Although I think I do sand it off a bit more. This is back to the left wingtip. Or no, this is the right wingtip? Yeah, this is the right wingtips again. Just refitting the lens one last time after I sort of clean up the epoxy and micro balloons mixture I put on there. So this is lens fitting. I apparently still did some more trimming on it. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this one I'm taking a little bit more extra time to, I took some extra time to trim it. I'm going to do some more trimming on it, but I'm also going to attach the nut plate first and sort of verify where the, or how tightly it fits, and then trim it down if it needs to be trimmed instead of like over trimming it like I think I did on the previous one. So again, like I said before, you know, it's nice to do things one time and, you know, you're okay with the result, and then you do it a second time and you really like the result. So that is fitting kind of tight, and what I'm doing here is I'm also I'm using a little rubbing alcohol as a sort of test of water ingress, because I wanted to see, like, okay, so if it gets water, you know, if it gets wet, where's that water going to go? And because water does what water does, of course, or liquids in general, you know, what do they call that? Molecular cohesion or something? Where they like to stick to stuff. There's that surface tension. Maybe it's surface tension. I don't know. But yeah, it likes to stick, so that way, you know, it's not like realistically gonna, you know, go toward the boards. It's most likely just gonna sort of follow the contour and drip out the bottom. So I'm happy with that. And now it's back to doing what we did before on the other wingtip, and that is first match drilling the number 40 holes for all of the screw holes all the way up, and using that nice big ratchet strap to give the wingtip the shape it needs to follow the contour of the metal. Honestly, it's kind of one of the goofiest things I think that is part of the whole build. I'm sure I'll encounter something else that's just as goofy or more later on, but so far that was pretty goofy. And then here I am putting the aileron on to line it up and saying, oh my gosh, this is terrible because the wingtip is like a 1/4 inch too long compared to the aileron. Apparently that's a normal thing too, that the wingtips are a little bit too long. Maybe I'll trim them down, maybe I won't. If I do decide to trim them down, I'm probably going to have to lay up a couple of layers of additional epoxy on the inside. All right, so here's that, what is it, Archer VOR antenna. Well, you saw it briefly. There it is. And that just goes in the wingtip, and it rivets in with the nut plates. And then, yeah, you just rivet it in place so that way the screws that go through the nut plates attach to the, you know, they sort of ride against the skin, and they provide a nice big grounding plane for that antenna. So we're going to come back next time and do some more work on that antenna, and probably attach some nut plates to the wingtip. So we'll see you then. Thanks for stopping by.